Hi everyone, welcome to Cloud Boss. Today we'll discuss about to the Linux uh, module 2, module 2 Linux for DevOps, Linux for DevOps. We introduction. What is the Linux? What is the Linux? Mainly, why it is important? What is the Linux and what is the important of Linux? It's a Linux is a open source operating system. Linux is a open source operating system. What is the Linux? Linux is a op what is the Linux? Linux is an a open source open source operating system used used to run servers, cloud platform, cloud platform, cloud platform, container, and enterprise application. What is the enterprise application? Simple definition, you can say what is the Linux? Linux is an a open source operating system used to run servers, cloud platforms, or container enterprise applications. This is a simple definitions. And why Linux for developers? Actually, this is our main question. Why Linux for DevOps? Without Linux, is it not possible to run DevOps? It's doing, but it is required. Why means almost every cloud services run in the Linux. Most of the, almost, al, almost every cloud service runs in Linux machine. What is the Linux? That is the, we can say almost every cloud service run the Linux. Example, we can Azure Virtual Machine, Azure Virtual Machine, Ubuntu, and in this the see Azure Virtual Machine and AWS, AWS EC2, same as the EC2 instance that is called a virtual machine. GCP, GCP compute engine. This is also like virtual machine, compute engine. Then Docker, Kubernetes things. This is the main thing example of the Linux. What is the? This is the main one is the Azure Virtual Machine in Ubuntu, then AWS instantiation, then GCP compute engine, fourth one container, Docker, fifth one Kubernetes. This is a Linux mission. Linux it will running service run in the Linux. A real time we can say a real time example. A developer write a Java application. Developer write a Java applications. It is called developer write a Java applications. You can say real-time example. A developer write a Java applications. The DevOps engineer, what will they create a Linux virtual machine and install to the Java, deploy to the application, configure the Nginx, start the application. Everything happen in the Linux machine. That will be called, we can say, Linux for DevOps. It is a first we can recap what is the Linux and why Linux is important. Like what the almost every cloud services run in the Linux only. Azure Virtual Machine, AWS Instance, Compute, GCP Compute Engine, Docker and Kubernetes. This is all services run in Linux server. Real time, we can say developer write a Java application or .NET application. The DevOps engineer create a virtual machine or EC2 or GCP engine, Docker, Kubernetes, everything it is, and install the Java, deploy the application, configure the NX, start the application. It's saying it everything happen in the same Linux server. I hope if you understand, we'll continue next session. Thank you.